Welcome to my channel. My name is Kevin Summers and we're still in the Corona crisis. And today I'll show you a bit behind the scenes how I make these multi-screen split videos. I thought it would be interesting to let you see how much work it is, but also, well, it gives me something to do. So let's dive in. The reason that I made these clips is because we have this social lockdown and that prevent us from playing music together with my band members. So I was thinking, well, as this situation will be here for a few weeks, maybe a few months, how can we do something to come together without physically be together? And also to stimulate to keep practicing at home. We were in the middle of the preparation for a concert, and that meant that we had 2-3 new pieces, music pieces, that we were working on when this lockdown happened. And then it's very difficult to practice at home without hearing, well, the full score. So I decided to search on YouTube for an arrangement that had the same arrangement that we play. And when I found that, I used a YouTube converter to make from this clip a MP3 that I could use. And then the next problem is, how do I use that MP3 so that the band members can play at the exact time when the MP3 starts and at the same pace? Normally the conductor does that. When you don't have something that gives you the pace and when you have to start, you don't know exactly when to start. So I also had to record the beat, and I had to give the musicians 2 bars of the beat. The pace and the tempo of the piece is like that. So what I did was I used this little device, now here, this one, the handy zoom, and I'm using it right now also. And with that little microphone, I was listening to the MP3. So I gave my fellow musicians the 2 bars ahead. And I edited it together, so I used the audio of the microphone together with the audio of the YouTube clip that I converted. And then I rendered it together, 2 bars ahead, then the MP3, render it together. I sent that MP3 in a WhatsApp group that we have with our band members together. I sent it there and I asked them, use this MP3 while practicing at home with the new piece that we were working on. And if you think you can play along with the same tempo as the MP3, then record it with your iPhone or with your cell phone or with a camera and send me the video clip. And when people send me the video clip, then the hard work starts, because first of all what I do is I line up the music. So when the video clips come in, I only use the audio at first. And I start with the MP3 that I make with the 2 bars ahead. And then I use the first clip of the first participant. And when you have the first one in place, you delete the MP3 with the 2 bars because you don't need it anymore. Then you get the second clip in with only the audio first, and you layer them one at a time till you have all the parts available and in the audio. And when you are satisfied and you hear that's correct, and you also have to decide which part is very important at what time, and then you have to adjust the levels of the audio. Sometimes the trumpets need a little bit to be louder. Sometimes the saxophones need to be a little bit louder because they have the lead in the piece. So you also have to adjust the sound levels. And when you are satisfied and you have listened enough, you render all these layers together in an MP3, and you use that MP3 to include the video clips. First with the sound, because you have to lay it exactly on the sound bar that you have. And then you start with the first one. I have these presettings that I use in the software And still it is a puzzle. It's like a jigsaw puzzle that you have to get together, and you have to build layer by layer, part by part, and you have to decide which instrument has the lead. That one you can enlarge, and the others have to stay small. And then is also the problem that some people film with their cell phone and they have it vertical, but sometimes people use the horizontal. Well, that's a bit different, and you have to recalculate again from, well, I can position it here, then the others have to stay here. So you use several layers just for one track and for one person. What you get is what you see here, all these layers with all these gaps. So that's the puzzle that you are making. And that's also the reason why a clip like that takes a lot of time, a lot of editing time. And that's what I've been doing now, because let's face it, it's really hard not to practice together, because that's the beauty of making music in an orchestra, is to make beautiful music together. And you can practice at home, that's no problem, but practicing at home alone is not that fun. So I'm really glad that always 7-8 band members are willing to film themselves, and that's not easy for them, because a lot of people are really self-conscious to film themselves. So, but they do participate, and when this whole terrible situation is over that we are facing now, and when we are allowed to practice again, then the conductor can just go ahead and doesn't have to start all over again, because we've been practicing at home. So that is a bit behind the scenes of making a multi-screen video clip. Not the technical part of it, because that's the editing, that would be me explaining which button that you have to press on the editing software to get all these things done. And I think there are other people who are much better in giving tutorials and that. So I just wanted you to see what it takes to make such kind of clips, and that's it. We're working on a new one, so stay ahead. You will see a new one pretty soon. It's been fun. See you next time. Keep calm, keep collected, stay inside, and see you next time. Addio.